Okay. Let's move on here. We got a lot of numbers coming in from some people here. I appreciate it. What is this? All right. Stonebirch? No, the number did not.
Wild Things Games. This is Charles. How may I help you?
Yeah. How you doing? Are you busy right now? Is it kind of,
How can I help you? What's up?
Yeah. So, can I bring some people in there, like my kids?
Yeah, you can bring your kids in.
Because if you're gonna have cards out there that got nudity and things on them, they can't see that though.
No, we don't have that type of stuff here.
But the last time I was there, I saw people flipping cards over that had all sorts of adult themes on them.
Well, that's typically not happening here, and I guess if that actually happens, you can let us know, and we can handle it accordingly.
Because, I want to teach my kids these things. If they see a card flip over, and then they see the adult content, I can't stop it. I can't be there in time.
Did you need help with anything at all?
Yeah, I want to make sure this is a safe place. This isn't some sort of sexual place.
No, it's a safe place. And this is a family-oriented store, so if that's actually ever taken place, then you can, let one of the associates know, and we can take care of it.
This is an Oriental place?
No, this is not an Oriental place.
You just said it was a family-owned Oriental place. Is it sure this is the
family-oriented?
Do I have the right place?
Family-oriented. Do you know what the word oriented means? It's a family establishment.
Excuse me? I'm just confused. Yeah.
Hello?
Yeah. You're saying these kids aren't part of my family?
No, never said that.
Well, you're alluding that, that I can't take care of my kids or something.
I said this is a family establishment. Never said anything else otherwise.
Well, I said I was going to watch my kids, and you said that doesn't happen. And it does happen. It happens every day. I watch over them very closely.
I didn't say you didn't watch over kids. I said people with nude cards doesn't normally happen. That's what I said.
I took them out of school.
It actually happens here in the store. If you let one of the associates know, we can handle it.
Okay, can you just make sure the people, if I can just get a peek at everybody's cards before they flip them over, just so I see if there's any adult content on there?
That's not something that's possible to do. All right.
Why not?
You have a good day. Okay?
Why?
Bye.
Come on. This is not fair to my kids.
How can I help you?
I just was disconnected with somebody who hung up on me saying discriminatory things about my family. Sir?
Yeah, no, so, I was kind of there for the whole conversation, and Charles isn't that kind of guy.
What do you mean? You're listening in on my conversation?
When he's on the phone and I'm working right next to him, I kind of hear something.
Yeah. Well, you're being discriminatory towards me? You're being discriminatizing towards my family?
First off, none of that was discriminatory, sir. And,
how do you
Charles
know?
Never made any remarks that were either rude or anything towards your family.
He was saying that my kids are just going to have to experience whatever adult content that they want to show them, that he wants to show them. Now, I don't appreciate that.
Okay, that's not at all what he said,
That's
sir.
Exactly what he said. I heard him loud and clear.
Yeah, I'm sure. That is definitely not what he said.
I'm shocked. I'm honestly shocked right now. I'm electrified with
I can't believe that you're shocked about
I'm flabbergasted.
what you're saying.
I'm blown away by this. You're telling me that my kids are just going to see whatever adult content. He said, well, if it happens, it happens. It depends on the child. I don't accept that.
I don't think that's what he said.
I was right here on the phone. You might have been standing there, but I'm on the phone.
All right, well, maybe it's a misunderstanding. I mean,
no, I wasn't.
Really
I wasn't standing. I was on the phone.
Adult content here. It's a family store. We're here for all ages.
I'm in great standing, but I wasn't standing. I was on the phone. But I have a great standing as a father to my children. So I'm not sure what you're talking about. You're telling me that their kids are going to see adult content in there, and you don't have any sort of indication on Google about adult content.
Okay, so let's try to pull this back and get on the same page. So where's the adult content thing coming from? Because I don't know what we're talking about in terms of that, because they're not really adult content unless you're looking at like one or two specific board games that we have.
Yeah, when you
generally we steer kids away from those. That way, it's not that kind of thing.
But if people are in there and they're flipping cards over, they got adult content. Once the card flips, they can't see. They can't help but see it. And the person I was talking to, he said he was going to show them the cards personally.
That's not what he said, sir. And also, I don't know what you're talking about in terms of adult content for the card games, because all the card games that we have here are rated for, anywhere from PG 10 and up. And the majority of those card games will have the warning on there, PG this and up, which nothing in here is going to be rated R for that matter.
The cards have ratings? Well, I didn't see anything like that, but he was telling me he was going to show my kids. He said whatever happens, happens. Depends on the child, I guess.
That's not what he said.
He said it depends on the child.
I really appreciate it if you wouldn't talk about my associates that way.
Excuse me, I'd appreciate it if you don't talk about my children that way, sir.
We never mentioned anything about your kids, sir. You're the one who keeps saying that we are targeting your children, and I remember absolutely none of that being towards your children.
But then what do we do here? Can you just make sure they flip the cards over just a little bit slower, or I can just take a peek before they get flipped?
Well, what are you talking about in terms of flipping cards over?
If a card gets flipped over...
in terms of like the Magic the Card game, or...
If a card gets flipped over, okay, you see the other side of it once the back hits the table. Once it hits the table, you can see the other side of the card.
Yeah, I get that, but none of the cards here are going to be to the point that it's going to be traumatizing for a child or anything that would be something that's inappropriate for a child to see.
It's a reveal, and you're revealing things to my child that haven't been registered in their psyche yet, and I'm going to be the one that takes care of that.
Are you on drugs?
Excuse me, sir. No, I don't do drugs. I've been sober for 13 years, going on 14 years, and the only thing I do is vape.
This conversation is not going down a normal path, sir. Because let me tell you something. Anybody who comes in here to play those kind of card games, I mean, you should already know about the card games. And first off, none of it's going to be stuff where it's going to be targeting your children or revealing anything to them that is inappropriate for them to see. And you're insinuating that we are targeting your children or doing anything that would be inappropriate towards them, and that's not okay.
But you're saying that these are games. I mean, they're targeted for kids in the first place, and you're selling the ones that have the adult content.
We're definitely not selling adult content to kids.
But
I'm failing to understand where you're thinking that we're doing stuff like that.
But you have the cards with the adult content, and once it's revealed, it's registered and remembered in their mind.
Yeah, you keep saying that. When is this happening? I don't.
When the card flips over, when it's the reveal.
Yeah, okay, I get that. You keep repeating that.
Well, you don't seem to understand, and you're an employee of a card store.
Yeah, I am.
So you don't understand?
None of that ever happens.
Well,
so
your cards don't have two sides?
How this has happened with you.
Your cards don't have two sides to them?
Yeah, actually, in order for a card to be a card, it has to have two sides. It has to have a back and a front. The front's going to have pictures on it, and none of the pictures are going to be things that are going to be inappropriate for children to see.
Look, I don't want my kids out there trapping, okay? Because if they are, I'm going to come in there slapping.
All right. This conversation isn't going anywhere where it's going to be productive for us, so I'm probably just going to hang up.
No, how about this instead? How about this instead? What you should do is kind of let me take a peek at everybody's cards just before they lay them on the table.
Cool. Well, if you come in, I'm sure You can always ask people to do that, and they'd be happy to let you do that.
And I don't want that sex offender there when my kids are there.
Cool. I don't know who you're talking about.
The other person on the phone.
We don't allow
he's a
sex
child
offenders into
predator.
our store, so
He's a child predator.
I'm going to hang up because this is now wasting time.
This is very productive,
you
sir.
You have a great evening, sir.
I'm going to call you back in about 10 seconds. All right, let's try it. Let's try calling him back because that was pretty fun.
This is Drew. How can I help you?
Yeah, I can't believe you just hung up on me. I have valid concerns about my children's safety. I think we can get a response. Oh, that's a lot quicker now. Excellent.
Games, this is Gage.
Can you just please talk to me, sir?
Sorry? I just answered the phone.
Yeah, I've been hung up on 2 or 3 times now, and I have valid concerns about my children's safety.
I'm sorry, that wasn't me that hung up on you. What seems to be the issue?
Yeah, I'm trying to bring my children in there. I'm new to the area, and you have other employees there saying that it's okay to expose my children to adult content.
I don't know who would have told you that, but we try to stay away from that.
Well, I want to keep my kids away from it because if they start trapping, I'm going to come in there slapping. Okay? That's the way.
What do you mean trapping? I don't know that phrase.
That's just what we say in our parental group on Facebook. So I mean,
okay,
maybe if you're not a parent, you probably don't know about it.
Okay.
I'm a parent. Okay.
Okay.
And a father as well.
So you're just trying to avoid us showing your kids adult content?
If I can come in there and just take a peek at everybody's cards before they turn them over on the table.
Are you talking? I assume you're talking about like the trading card games, like Magic, Pokemon, stuff like that.
Well, I don't know what games you play. I'm a parent, and I don't want my children to be exposed to any sort of adult games.
Yeah. Can you give me like an example of what was shown on the card?
It's adult content. It's for 21 and over.
That's not really the kind of things we carry at the store.
That's what I see. I see it on Yelp, but it's not on Google, and it should be on Google. And I might have to, call support about that.
Sorry, what do you mean it's not on Google? What's not on Google?
It's not in the description of your business. Now, it's in a couple comments on Yelp. I'm seeing things about adult content, 21 and over content.
Let me look at our page on Yelp, because we don't sell things like that.
Well, it's in our Facebook group. It was linked to the Yelp account. There's a comment on the Yelp link in our Facebook group. Now, I don't know if I can add you into the Facebook group because you have to be approved.
I don't really use that site.
Which one?
Unfortunately.
Which one?
Facebook, but
you have to be accepted into the group, and you have to answer a couple of questions. I don't think you'll be allowed into the group, so you won't be able to see it.
I'm not trying to join your group, sir.
But you're trying to get my kids to join your group.
What's one sec. Can you tell me how many stars the review gave us?
I don't know. Was this just a link? It was a link to the business on Facebook.
Because I'm going through our reviews right now, and I'm not seeing anything about that. We only have 6 reviews on Yelp, and they're all 5 stars.
Sir, I'm talking about the Facebook group. It was linked to your business in our Facebook group, okay? There was a Yelp link, so I looked you up on Google, because Google tends to be a little bit more thorough, Okay,
so it was a Google review that said we had adult content?
No, I'm trying to tell you. It was in our Facebook group, sir. Now you're... I'm not going to walk you through it. I thought you were gamers.
To your Facebook group?
I thought you want me to add you to our Facebook group. Now, what's your name on Facebook?
Like I said, I don't use Facebook, so I wouldn't be able to join the group. But
then what's your Instagram? I can send you a screenshot.
I don't use Instagram either. Actually,
what do you use then? Do you want me to print it out and send it to the store?
I don't think we have a fax machine, but you know what? Actually, I think we do. Now that you mention it, I think I do have an Instagram account. Let me see if I can pull up the app
for the store.
One sec. Nope. Unfortunately, I don't have the Instagram app downloaded anymore. Can you just tell me what it says though?
Well, I'm on the phone, so I can't look it up right now.
Okay. Well,
but I remember, the comment made me so alarmed that I had to call.
No, yeah, we don't really have anything like that. If the only thing I can think of would be if someone had like a fake card or something like that. There might be questionable content on it. But
well, I don't think it's fate. I think I decide when I introduce my children to these sorts of adult themes. It's not fate. I want to be the one that controls the destiny of my children.
Sure, yeah, but like I'm saying, we don't really have anything like that. So, I mean, it should be fine. It's your call whether you want to come in or not. But I can tell you if they're playing any of our games that we carry here, they're not going to see anything questionable.
Are you on Windows?
What do you mean by that?
I can send you the picture on there. I can just share my screen.
I don't think I have a way to do that here.
Why not?
Because just the way our computers at the store work, there's only so many things I'm allowed to do on them.
What kind of cash register do you have there? Are you saying it's just like an old-fashioned till?
No, it's up to date. It's just there's only certain things I'm allowed to do on the store's computers.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't think I'd be able to do any like shareware type stuff.
Yeah. Well, I just don't want to have these adult themes.
Sure. Yeah, but we don't carry those. So.
But you had child predators answering the phone saying they're going to expose my children. There are all sorts of different themes and content and elements of adult life.
I can almost guarantee that didn't happen.
How do you know? I was on the phone with them about 5 minutes ago, and then they hung up on me.
Well, we don't have child predators working at the store.
Well, one said he was going to...
You have to have a background check, and a clean one at that.
He said whatever happens, happens.
I kind of doubt that. That's not really the policy we run the store with.
Why don't you check me out on Bomus?
Sorry?
Why don't you just check me out on my Bomus web ring, and you can see our parental watch unit.
I don't know what a Bomus... I'm sorry, I don't know what that is.
It's a web ring.
What's a web ring?
It's a ring of webs interconnected with the parents in the community.
Okay. I am not sure what that's going to tell me about my coworkers. We don't have any predators working here, though.
Well, I spoke to one about 5-10 minutes ago, and he said, whatever happens, happens. I'm going to show you kids these cards, and that's what's going to happen.
That's not really the attitude we work with around here. This is a family store. We all take care of children.
But that's what he said. He said, bring in your family. I'm going to watch them. You can just leave the store.
I doubt he said that. That's not something we encourage either.
Well, that's what he was alluding to. I'm an adult, so I know what he was insinuating.
I am also an adult, sir. I don't think that's what was...
Well, it sounds like you're not familiar with adult content when you see it, because I know it when I see it, and I see it when I know it.
I'm familiar with it. I am an adult. I understand what is appropriate and what's not appropriate for
But
kids.
you have it in your store.
We don't have it in our store.
But you got people flipping over cards with adult content, and I want to see everybody's cards before they get flipped.
So in any given night, we have, you know, at least 30 or 40 people here playing cards, and that's not going to be happening.
How do you know?
You're not going to be able to go through that many people's cards. Many people have.
I'll do it. I'll do it for my kids.
And then also we have several people. Most of our customers have, you know, several hundreds, if not thousands of dollars invested in their decks. They're not just going to let you dig through them because.
Well, I just want to look. I can just peek. I'm not going to dig through them. I understand that you
just want to look, but I mean that's not something that would be allowed here.
And it might be good for any other kids you got there. The parents might appreciate it. I know the parents in the community would. I can see the concern on Facebook.
No, that's like an invasion of people's privacy. That's actually a crime.
What, looking through the cards to protect my kids? It's an invasion of privacy and piracy.
To go through other people's property? Yeah, that's
I just want to peek, sir. It's not against the law.
I mean, it is though.
How?
Because I don't know how to explain it in clear. You wouldn't just let people go through your stuff.
I would if it was going to protect someone's kids. I care about the children, okay?
All right. But most people don't feel that way. But I can guarantee you that none of the games we carry have any questionable content.
I just get so mad when people are going to try to F with the kids, you know?
I guarantee they won't do that.
They're going to F with the kids. It makes me want to kill people. Not literally, though. You know, it just makes me. I'm just sick of this crap.
People just come here and play games with each other, have fun, build a community. There's no harassment of any kind. If we do see anything like that, we kick people out of the store.
But you know, I mean, this is you know, quite concerning though, because you can't stop someone from revealing the card when it gets flipped over.
Okay. Sure, but they don't have cards like that, so.
Yes, they do. I've seen them get flipped over. You know, I'm an adult, so I know it. I see it when I know it.
I understand that, but at this point, I can't really. Apparently, you've already been on the phone with my coworkers as well as me for several minutes.
Yeah.
We have customers in the store right now. We can't just spend all night on the phone.
Well, how about, can you just take a look and see what people are flipping over right now, just so I get an idea of the general content level of the maturity level of your patrons there.
I've played with a lot of them. Most of them are,
But right now,
mature.
Just take a look around.
We have regulars though, and I know a lot. Almost everyone in here by name right now.
Just flip over a card and tell me what you see.
I would get fired if I did that, sir.
Why? Just look at one. Just go over and look. You got a cordless phone, right?
Sure, but I'm not just gonna go look at people's cards. I'll tell you this: if you come in, you can always ask to see people's cards to let them know that you're looking for questionable content so your kids don't see anything. Whether or not they let you is totally their call. That's not something we can influence.
Well, how about we set up a time before the next match and I can do a review, like a parental review?
Again, I can't consent to the customers in the store, so that would be, on them. But yeah, you're more than welcome to try.
Okay, well, I'm gonna, we'll get everybody to meet. Just tell everybody before the next game. Just meet up about 30 minutes earlier.
Well, we don't really have games set up like that. That's not how it works here right now. We just have people playing casually. There's
me and a couple of the other parents, a couple of the other parents and I, we can just stand outside and just kind of inspect everybody's cards before they come in. Otherwise, it's not safe for kids.
All right. Well, you can go ahead and think that.
I know. I see it when I know it.
All right. Well, on that note, I'm gonna have to let you go.
What note are you talking about?
On the note that you are going to bounce outside of our store and check people's cards before they come in.
What, this note? Or is it this one?
I'm going to hang up now. Bye-bye.
Okay, goodbye. Okay. All right, let's, that was pretty good. All right. That was pretty exciting. That was a Okay, it's still working. Yeah, that was unexpected. I don't know. I mean, it seemed kind of boring, but it was pretty. It seemed like he was getting bored. I was hoping he put some of the other people back on the line that were on the phone before, but that was interesting. Humdinger. Yeah, it was quite the humdinger. It was. No, okay. Let's try this.